Okay, so there's something I need to talk about. You remember a couple months ago when I made this video? And I recently began my journey to buy my first ever New York City apartment, so I figured I'd take you guys along with me to show you the madness. Well, today I wanted to update you guys on that. One of my favorite things about living here in New York City is that it teaches you to not give a f what anyone thinks. Like right now, there's probably 3, maybe even 4,000 apartments that can just awkwardly watch me jump rope on my roof. But that's still gotta be at the lowest level of weirdness in this city. So I wanted to make this video with full transparency, since a couple months ago I made a video talking about how I was looking to buy my first ever New York City apartment. I was so serious about it, and even would feel this rush of excitement like this was actually happening, where soon I was going to be a New York City apartment owner. But after a couple months of looking at places, I did decide to pull the plug. It just logically didn't make any sense for me. So why did I want to buy an apartment? Well, for one, I had just turned 30, and in American society, this is the age where we are told that we need to own our home. And then secondly, for an investment, since real estate usually is a great investment, but here in New York, it is a little bit different than the rest of the world, as well as after talking to my financial advisor, I think I have some better investment opportunities. So my client Brett was looking to buy $1 million apartment, which in New York is about the size of a closet in Texas. So in NYC, you most likely have to put 20% down. So I told Brett, say goodbye to $200K. Then you'll have to spend about $5,000 per month on the mortgage. But now, here's the thing about New York City real estate. You have to pay a monthly maintenance fee that covers the building, the doorman, even the building tooth fairy. Pretty much, it's straight up robbery. And just like that, you're looking at about $7,500 in payments per month. So like Brad said, here's a quick example of $1 million property where you have to put 20% down, then $5,157 per month for the mortgage, and almost $2,400 in monthly maintenance fees. Now, I never intend to give you financial advice and urge you to always do your own research, but I wanted to break down my current investments and tell you about my next big project. So first up, we have our stocks and bonds. This is where I have a majority of my money right now, in mostly ETFs and some 10-year bonds. Then we have some gold. Then we have good old faithful crypto. Still a little bit speculative on crypto, but really do believe in blockchain technology. Then there's also even art. And now I am even looking to diversify my portfolio even more by investing into art, thanks to Masterworks. Since over the last 26 years, art prices have outpaced the S&P 500 by 131%. And Masterworks is the first platform to allow normal people to invest in fractional shares of art. Meaning you invest for a fraction of its total price. Making it now possible for anyone to invest in art from Picasso, Banksy, and even Monet. And so far, each of Masterworks sales has delivered positive returns to their investors. Which does explain why over 700,000 people have signed up so far, and the demand just keeps growing. But my subscribers can skip the waitlist by clicking the link down below. So if you're interested in learning more about diversifying your portfolio with art, I do recommend you to check them out for yourself by clicking the link down below. So thank you to Masterworks for sponsoring this part of the videos, and now back to our other tactics. Then also there's real estate, which outside of New York City, I think can be a great investment, but we're gonna put that one on hold for now. But now the one that I decided to move forward with that I didn't even think of last year, where I'll be able to bet on myself and push myself to learn and use my creativity, is to start a new business. Heading to Brooklyn right now. I've come to the conclusion that I travel more frequently to other countries than I do cross over this bridge into Brooklyn. I really gotta spend more time in Brooklyn.
Hello, 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 hello.
So when I was 23 years old, I started a skateboard company called Fortune Skateboards with pro skateboarder and Olympian Manny Santiago.
Manny Santiago, 35 years old, from Puerto Rico, a real character of the sport.
And while it necessarily didn't provide me with a ton of income, it did provide me with a ton of satisfaction. We made our skateboards in the USA, we were able to provide income for our team, and I was just doing something that I loved. That's why my plan is to take what I learned from this business and incorporate that into a new business, where it won't just provide me with monetary value, but create a product and message that I feel like needs to be introduced to the world. I unfortunately don't get to do it as much as I like to, but I still do love skateboarding. So the plan is to get out here and try and do 5 challenging tricks. Whew, this should be fun. So now for my last act, I'm gonna try to do something I've never done before. I'm gonna try and grind this entire part of the rail, but then when I go down, pop up like that as a combo. I've done it before in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. It's like down, right, triangle, up. Let's see if we can do it in real life. So I wanted to sit down with Chris because he knows better than most about betting on yourself. Since we were going back at old emails, and 6 years ago, this guy emailed me just trying to connect and asking for an internship, and then the next year he came to New York, moved here, and we worked together every single day. I don't know if we've said this on the vlog before, but we're gonna say it now. So how I knew who Chris was by his email was because he would watch all my daily vlogs, even if it meant him at the club at 1 in the morning on his college campus watching it, and would send me drunk Snapchats of him doing so. So that's how I referred to you when you first would email me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the crazy college kid from the club on Snapchat.
I feel like everywhere we go, our biggest inspiration is the internet, right? And so I was inspired by the internet, seeing these people traveling, getting paid to do it. I just remember sitting in the library being like, why can't that be me? Like, if I have the passion, if I have the drive to do it, like I can pick up the skill. But at the end of the day, my sole focus was to try and like get a job in social media, preferably with a YouTuber. And yeah, I think that just immediately I was looking at people on the internet, and even though Brett was like a small creator at the time, I was just like, this, like everything he does like aligns with like my vision, what I want in life. Why wouldn't it be the perfect like duo?
Yeah, so I feel like the moral of the story is always believing in yourself when you have a vision, and also send drunk Snapchats to people, and maybe, you know, your dreams will come true.
I know that sounds crazy, but like, no,
it stood out.
No, but I also mean like it is a dream come true. Like when I get to tell people what I do, it's the craziest thing in the world, but it's not only like accepted now, it's admired. It just pays off investing, being that early investor in yourself.
So I do want to make it very clear and say that even though I do have a background in finance, please do not ever take financial advice from me. For that matter, you probably shouldn't take it from anyone on YouTube, but I do want to say I am super excited to be launching this new business where I plan to be as transparent as possible. From how I plan to travel around the world to source it, how I plan to market it, even the sales of it, I want to be so open with you guys, just so we all can learn from this experience. Since I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of failures as well. And I do promise I will be announcing very soon what that product is. Just right now, I'm still currently fine-tuning the idea and working with my attorney to try and file the trademark, which has been super cool since this is my first time doing that. So get to learn the ropes of that and how much it costs, since it is a couple $1,000s. I really am super fired up to incorporate this new additional series to the channel, since it's something I would genuinely want to watch on YouTube myself. So I hope you guys will enjoy it too. But until next week, let's get out and get busy in the next one.